Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will learn about combinators in CSS. So far, we have used single selectors to select elements for styling. As you can see, we have used the HTML element paragraph to add styles, we have used ID to add styles, and we have used class to add styles. These are all single selectors. Now, let's learn how to combine these selectors so that we have to define lesser IDs and classes. For this combining purpose, we have combinators. These combinators define the relationship between two selectors. These are the four combinators available in CSS. The first is descendant selector. It is represented by space. Then we have child selector. It is represented by greater than sign. Then we have adjacent sibling selector. It is represented by plus sign. And then we have general sibling selector. It is represented by tilde. Let's try the first one, which is descendant selector. The syntax to use descendant selector is selector A space selector B. The descendant selector will select all the elements matching selector B, which are descendants of the elements matching selector A. Let's try an example to understand this better. You have these HTML elements and you want to select all the paragraphs which are inside this article. So for that, let's add some code here. So first we need to select all the articles. So for that, we can simply do this. And now what we want to do is we want to select all the paragraphs which are inside this article. So we could simply do space and paragraph. And this will select all the paragraph tags which are inside this article element. Let's bring up our code editor here. Let's try changing some values, say font size 18 pixels. And as you can see, the font size is reduced for all these. Let's try giving it a background color. So let's say background color and light yellow, let's say that. And as you can see, all these paragraphs are highlighted with light yellow color. And that's how our descendant selector works. Now let's try the next combinator, which is child selector. So the syntax to use child selector is selector A greater than sign selector B. This greater than sign is the child selector. It will select only the direct children. Let's try an example to understand it better. So coming back here, let's expand our code editor. Let's say these paragraphs were wrapped in a div. Similarly, say these two last paragraphs are wrapped in a div. Let's save it and let's bring up our editor here. All right, so let's comment this one. Let's save it. And as you can see, the stylings, they went back to normal. Now let's try using this child selector. Let's say article, and child selector is represented by greater than sign. So let's use that. So greater than sign, and we want to select all the paragraph tags. So let's do this. Let's try giving them a background color first. Say light coral. Let's save it. And as you can see here, the first, fourth, fifth, and sixth paragraphs are highlighted. And here the first four paragraphs are highlighted. So if you check the code, so inside the article, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 paragraphs which are direct descendant of article. But these two paragraphs, they are inside div. So div is the direct descendant of article and not these two paragraphs. Similarly, over here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, these starting 4 paragraphs as the direct descendant, whereas these two are inside div. Similarly, if I wrap this one in a div, and let's just bring this here, let's save it. And as you can see, now even this one is not highlighted because now it is inside div and it is not a direct descendant of the article element. That's all for today, guys. We will talk about the next two combinators in the next video. If there is something that you did not understand, feel free to drop a comment and we will discuss it. See you in the next video. Bye and take care.